I only learned overnight that Frankie Flaherty, the Birdman of Daunt Square, who's been feeding the pigeons there for over 4 years, has now been told, apparently, and we're checking with council to find out why, he's been told that there was a complaint in against him for feeding the birds, because by feeding the birds, they're pooing everywhere and the feathers are going everywhere. So by all accounts, the litter warden came along, and I'm being told that the litter warden told him to stop feeding the birds. Now, I'll talk to Frankie in a couple of minutes, but if you missed it on the programme some time back, Seamus Whelan went down just to meet with Frankie, the Birdman of Daunt Square. And it's lovely to hear him chatting with Seamus, but also all of the little sounds and ambience of Cork City that's going on in the background. Frankie Flaherty, the Birdman of Daunt Square.
My name is Frankie Flaherty, and I'm from Granabrar, school place in Granabrar. And I'm down here every morning just to feed the pigeons. Well, not every morning, some mornings. And I enjoy doing it. And I get my corn from Eddie O'Flaherty's pet shop in the North Main Street, and he's always been very kind about this because you know where it's going to go. I was here one day, you see, and I got an old bread bun, and I just threw it out from him, and I had a couple of crumbs in me, what's the name of it? Oh, yeah. And I had a couple of crumbs in my hand, and up they came, and so I said I'd get a bit of corn the next day. When I got the corn, it started from then. Hello, Kettle.
You listen to the radio along the week.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Lord, man. I know to ring in and say, no, it's Frankie with the waiter in the Mexico.
So there you are, and so I just enjoy doing it, okay, because I like wildlife in general. I was out in Africa for 14 months, out in Kenya before independence and after independence. And when I was out there, I was in heaven. Wildlife and everything else. I was doing a lot of things in Kenya, but I wouldn't, you know, I just need to keep that alone, okay? The amount there's a pile down here now. There's a pile down here now in what's name in Bishop Lucy Park. And then they do a pile there, but they all come up. Sometimes they all come up. Most of them know not to come up in Bishop Lucy Park.
And are they all the same family?
They're all the same. They're all feral. They're known as feral.
And do you know them by name?
I wouldn't. All of them? Jesus, never.
Or would you recognise any of them from
I wouldn't recognise none of them because they all look the same. But sometimes there'd be a couple of racing pigeons there, and a few people then from the north side, Granabrook, come down here, and if they saw a good one there, they have a way for catching them. I throw it out to see they go down. Once there's a ring, a ring on the leg, take them back. One bloke now that comes down here, and he took 2 pigeons from here. They both had rings. They're flying to him now. You know, pigeon people, they can tell good pigeons, you know. And this is it then. Watch this though.
So how many would you say?
I'd say there's about 800 pigeons there now at the moment.
And is that a normal flock for you, or is it small?
Most of them have to come up from Bishop Lucy Park. You know, and some of them go down to Bishop Lucy Park, people down there feed them too, you know. Yeah. The odd person goes in with a loaf of bread or something like that, you know.
I've seen them waiting for you here this morning.
That's right. Well, they wait, and they know. They have intelligence too. They know what's coming. And as soon as they come round here with this bag, they're straight on top of me. Hello, my friend. How are you keeping? Hello, Aidan. How are you, boy? And money? Busy?
So what do you get from it with the birds feeding like this?
I get great satisfaction out of doing it, and I love doing it. Anything to do with wildlife, I love doing it. But even when I would take a walk up now with the dogs up to the fields, I bring up a loaf of bread for the swans. I just love to see it. I just love wildlife.
And what do people make of you?
And they say they just call me the Birdman, and that's it. Sometimes they come up, but there's people now come up with their children. And they get their photograph taken, you know, with feeding the boy, give them a bit of corn and feed it. But you have to be very careful then too that you don't scratch your child. Because you know yourself, we don't know where they're perched that night. You know what I'm talking about.
And you've been into pigeons before, you raced them?
Oh, we had pigeons one time when we were on the brother there, Pat. He had pigeons one time. And they just, when they start building up, we had to get rid of them. We had to get rid of the dogs, you know, because, you know, but held properly and things like that, you know. All right, boy?
That's one of the nicest pieces of audio that I've heard in many, many years, because it's Cork to the core. Frankie joins me by phone. Frankie, good morning.
Hello, Niall.
How are you getting on?
Marvellous.
Listen, what happened anyway? Did one of the wardens have a chat with you?
Well, one of the ones came along to me when I was feeding him, Neil.
Yeah.
And what's his name? He said to me, look, he said, I know, he said, that you enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
He said, but I was told that you have to stop doing it because a complaint came in. There was a complaint came in from one of the shops saying that there was feathers and poo everywhere.
Yeah, and is there?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so, Niall, because I tell you now, the Cork City Council blokes, the cleaners around the city, they make a great job and this place is spotless.
They do.
And I tell you, after feeding the birds and when they're gone, there's nothing there, Niall.
And he was quite nice about it, the poor old warden. I mean, he didn't want to.
Very nice, very nice.
He didn't want to be doing it, like, but
I say he didn't want to be even doing it. He didn't even want to come near the place.
Yeah, because it would get like. Firstly, what's your routine usually like? Is it every day? When do you?
Well, Niall, if I feel like going down there to feed him, I leave here to do a bit of shopping, and I get a bag of seed off Eddie O'Flaherty, and then off Main Street in the pet shop. And I feed the birds and I just sit there and enjoy doing it.
And they come from all over, a lot of them.
They come from all over the place.
Yeah, I heard that. Bishop Lucy Park is one of the places that they come from.
That's right,
yeah. And how long would you stay there then?
Only about maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
And a lot of people gather to watch. I'd say kids
they go over there and then they get their photograph taken with the children. I give them a bit of cordon and the lands on their hands, you know. And they used to really enjoy doing it. And they get their photograph taken. Other people from different nationalities used to always come over, you know.
You loved it.
And they loved it.
Yeah, because you love wildlife, but you love people as well, and you love chatting with them.
I've got great time for most people.
So what's going to happen now?
I don't know, but I may say I'm only hoping that when you highlight it, I might get back there.
Yeah.
It's only for 10 or 15 minutes, Niall.
Because the council workers do super work. I mean, I've often seen
fantastic work.
Often seen the city centre after a weekend night, and the next morning it's completely blitzed and spotless. And they were cleaning up, weren't they, for you?
Yeah, they're cleaning up everything. Daunt Square to be immaculate and everything else. And they're great guys. They're a great bunch of blokes.
Yeah. Are you going to continue, or what are you going to do?
I'm going to continue feeding them. I'm going to go down there now this morning, and I'm going to feed them this morning.
What time?
I'll be down there now in about an hour's time.
Yeah. And when you leave then, at what stage would the workers come along and give the place a wash?
Well, when I go down there some mornings, they've already been there. Because you know yourself, they'll be up at the dawn.
Yeah.
And they're great guys. Like, they never complain, never say nothing.
Did the warden say what would happen if you continued to feed the pigeons?
That's right, get a fine of €100.
Right. Okay. So you could ill afford that, like.
No. I mean, it is very wrong, Niall, because you know yourself, the pigeons were there before these people ever came along on this planet. I mean, the pigeons were always there, and it's great to see them flying around and flocks and everything in the city. No pollution, no nothing or anything else. I mean, what harm am I doing with them down there? No harm, and just people. They're just greedy people.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether they might feel that customers can't get in and out of their shops because there's pigeons flying all over the place. No, it's only 10.
It's nothing like that, Niall.
It's only 10 or 15 minutes a morning, is it?
Yeah, that's all I do, yeah. But I mean, the only thing about you don't see the pigeons flying at people indoors or anything else. I tell you now, Neil, there's something very wrong going on there.
So would you pay the fine or refuse to pay it? You go to court?
I tell you now, gospel truth, I wouldn't pay it at all.
Right.
And I'd go to court and I would tell the judge, yes, I'm talking to you.
And what would you say to him? What you've just said to me?
The judge is in the name of God, what's happening in society? I'm feeding birds, wildlife. Well, what's wrong? If there's a bit of poo there, so what? The corporation blokes come along, they're great guys, as I said, and they'll clean the place and wash it. They'll never complain to me.
Yeah. And actually, in fairness, the poor old little warden didn't want to be doing that either, but it's part of his job. And he didn't want to be
doing that either.
Yeah.
Because he was a decent guy.
And is he the kind of guy, is he the chap that will have to come back and give you the fine then?
Well, I suppose he'd have to come back and give me a fine, yeah? He'd be only doing his job, Niall.
Yeah. And are you on a pension then?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, and let's say if you stopped doing it, that would get you down, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I'd like to carry on, you know. But nothing gets me down, Niall. I mean, that's disappointment in life, and we all got disappointments in life.
What about if you moved to the Peace Park or by the Republican Memorial?
I wouldn't go down there. I wouldn't like to destroy that place either. But I mean, inside in the Peace Park, there'd be a load of pigeons there. And I was down there now yesterday feeding the pigeons in the Peace Park.
Right. So
because
you're
the little warden suggested that to me.
No, and I'm just wondering, if we could maybe broker some kind of a deal that, okay, leave Daunt Square and go to, that area there by the monument, the Republican Monument.
That's right.
What about there? It's a big courtyard area.
I know, but I'd like to keep that place clean.
Yeah.
I mean, say, it wouldn't be fair, like, they could be landing on the statues there and pouring all over the place and that's not fair, And actually, it is the Republican Monument, and it's a brilliant landmark here in Cork City.
Yeah. You have a seat there, don't you, on Daunt Square?
Oh, I have a seat there and all, yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
For about 4 years, over 4 years now.
All right, all weather?
Oh, I will come down in the winter, the summer, spring, you name it, I'm there.
I thought it was the loveliest story when I heard you were doing it. I'm very disappointed if it comes to an end, I have to say. Because it's one of those things, it's one of those things that we love about Cork, that kind of, nostalgic. Yeah, I love the audio that we played there of you. You seem to know an awful lot of people passing.
By the people.
Yeah. Giving you the Banu, giving you the...
I got great friends. I got great friends here in Cork, Niall. And they're great people, and they're very decent people. And people often come over and give me a bag of seeds. They might go into, the shop there, what do you call it, Diesels or the place there, and they go in and get a couple of bags, and they bring it over to me,
Yeah, I suppose the old bag of corn is cheap enough, is it?
It was cheap enough. There's no problem there.
And also, look, come here, the Pigeons would miss you. Never mind the people of Cork.
And actually, the funny thing about it now, when you come down, Castle Street, and you come right near Daunt Square, the Pigeons, they even know me, and they come down straight away,
They know you.
They come down in flocks.
They recognise you.
Yeah.
You must be very upset. Well, we have a call in now to the Environment Department at Cork City Hall, just to see where they're at with this. I don't know what their response will be, but it would be great if they just backed off and let you get on with what you do, because people love it,
I know, because it's only 15 minutes now,
But some business has put in a complaint, you see, so they have to act on it.
That's right.
So listen, let's see what they have to say in response. But are you going feeding them this morning?
I go down this morning and get a bag of seed off Eddie O'Flaherty in the pet shop in the North Main Street.
What time will you be there at? What time will you be there?
I'll be there. What time will I be there at?
Yeah?
I'll be there about, what time is it now?
9:30.
Just 9:30. I'll be there about 10:15.
All right, okay. I don't know if Seamus is free maybe to go down again, maybe about 10:15, and just see what happens when you start feeding them this morning,
Yeah. Well, I tell you now, before Seamus comes down, I met him now before. He's a great guy too, just like yourself.
Yeah.
But I'll go down there, but I just need to put the cordon out, and then I kind of bail out,
What are you saying to me? Are you afraid?
No, I'm not afraid. Jesus, I'm afraid of nothing, Niall. It's just that, he might be better off, for a while until we get this thing sorted out.
All right, okay. Well, we'll keep our powder dry, so and we'll leave you off this morning, and I'll wait a response from them. You're not interested in moving to another spot, do you say?
All right. Daunt Square. Everybody knows in Daunt Square.
I know. Listen, our freedom is gone in this country,
It looks like it, Niall.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
In all fairness, what harm are you doing? You're only having... it's a beautiful sight. It's a wonderful thing. The Pigeons love it. The people of Cork love it. The kids love it. It's great for your mental health. In all fairness, give us a break.
Yeah.
All right, we'll chat later and see what they have to say. All right, Frankie?
Right. Niall, I'll say one thing to you now before I go away.
Go ahead.
You're a great guy, and I know that you've done great things for people here in Cork City.
You're very kind.
I know I listen to your program all the time, and you have done outstanding things for people.
Well, so have you, because
I got great regards for you.
And I have for you, Frankie. I absolutely do. It's a pleasure knowing you. I'll talk to you later, all right?
Right, God bless you.
Cheers for now, boy. Take care.
Thank you very much.
What do you think of that? Is that bureaucracy gone mad? Notwithstanding that some business, who, if they wish, can get in touch. I would love to know whom. Text 0868 104 106 on your thoughts on that. That the Birdman of Daunt Square has been told to move on.
Neil Prendeville, the voice of Cork. Weekdays 9 to 12. Cork's Red FM. Red FM.